welcome if this is your first time. My name is Jasmine. Welcome back. If you are already a subscriber, it's been a while. So the fact that I even remember my intro is kind of crazy. But surprise, I guess. I haven't done a video on this channel in forever. Okay. As you can tell from the title of this video, and as you can see, I am very much well along in a pregnancy. I am 30 weeks pregnant today, actually. So I only have 10 more weeks to go. This is not going to be a video of like me, like, oh my god, this is how it's been going. This is where I've been. I've been pregnant and I've been busy. This has been a very long, and I still have 10 more weeks to go. This has been a very long pregnancy. Yeah, it's been a lot. If I ever said I was not having kids again, I feel like this would be the pregnancy that would make me say that. It's been a long road. It's been very hard, and I am ready for it to be over with. But I'm happy that I'm here. Okay, but anyways, as you can tell from the title of the video, I'm going to be talking about 10 books that I want to have finished before the baby gets here. Obviously, babies are babies, so they're going to come whenever they want. So this could happen or it could not happen. I also have been in such a bad reading slump, except for the other night, probably like a week ago, I was just sitting there and I was like, I want to read. I just want to read so bad. And so I did. And so the first book that I'm going to talk about is a book that I picked up. I haven't finished it because life has just been lifing. Again, I am well within this pregnancy. So I've been very tired. And then I just have other things that have been going on during my pregnancy that has made this pregnancy very exhausting. So I was going to do a whole announcement video. I had an idea and everything, and it just didn't fall through. And then I was like, well, I still want to make content. Because if you didn't know, I actually have another YouTube channel. It is called Rage Budgets, and it literally kickstarted my budgeting goal, or my budgeting journey, my cash budgeting journey. I'm not going to go over it. But I already announced. I didn't really announce over there that I was pregnant. It just was like, hey, I'm pregnant, so I'm planning, or I'm saving for these things. And so that's how the announcement came about. And then I just never said anything over here. But if you followed that channel, then you already knew that I was pregnant. But I never made an announcement on this channel saying that I had another channel. It's been crazy, okay? Don't come for me. I'm so sorry that I haven't said anything. But it's been wild. But I did want to finally make a video, especially now because I feel like I'm in the mood to read. And I didn't want to keep making content when I wasn't reading and I was trying to force myself to read. And then so my whole channel would have just been TBRs of books I wasn't going to read because I was not in the reading mood. Again, I have been so exhausted. I've had appointments out the butt, especially with my ankle as well. Like, if you didn't know, I got ankle surgery way back in September last year. And so I've been in physical therapy for that. And then this was just another added thing. So yeah. So let's just get right into it because I can keep blabbing. And yeah, you guys will see more content from me. It might stop too also when I have the baby just a little bit. But yes, anyways, let's just get right into it. I have 10 books here that I want to, no pressure, read before the baby comes. And as you can see, there's some thickums. So I really need to get on it. All right. So the first book that I have is the one book that I picked up. And this book wasn't like, oh my God, I want to start reading. Or when I had that feeling of, hey, I want to start reading again. I'm in this sudden mood to read. It wasn't like I was in a sudden urge to read this book. Now, what probably helped is because Kayla over at Books and Lala, she had talked about this book, and then I watched another video of somebody else also talking about this book, and so maybe that was already in my mind. And then also, my boyfriend bought me this book. I can't even remember where he bought it from. I have horrible pregnancy fog, but I can't remember what it was of why he bought this for me. I think maybe he just bought it because he's my boyfriend and that's what he does. But yeah, the first book is Throne of the Fallen by Carrie Manscalio. I'm so sorry, I probably butchered that. I don't think I'm close enough. Okay, there we go. Here we go. Yes. So I started it. I'm 120 pages in, so I'm literally not even a third of the way into the story. I can't really tell you, even just based off what I've read, what this story is about. I do know that this falls into the Wicked Kingdom. I don't remember the name of that trilogy, but this is a like spin-off of, or in the same world as the Wicked Kingdom series. I do not own the Wicked Kingdom series. I'd never had the urge to read it, but I can say that this book will probably spark me to go ahead and pick up that series, because I'm loving this. Okay, I'm loving everything about it. Basically, we're just following this girl who owns this art gallery thing, whatever. She's an artist. She took over her father's business, and she is being blackmailed, essentially. And so there's also some fae in here, and then the second main character is one of the princes, the seven princes of hell. Okay, I'm here for it, and it's just I'm loving everything about it. So I'm glad that I picked this book up because it definitely fed into also like that urge that I had to read and finding like I want to read a book, I want to read, and then picking this up with like chef's kiss because it's adding to I need to read it and I need to finish it. So yes, this is the first book. All right, next up is a book that came out last year, but she is one of my favorite authors. And she's an auto buy for me. I don't want to say that she's not my favorite author, but I don't want to say that she's not my favorite author. And yeah. But anyways, that is Family Lore by Elizabeth Acevedo. This is as you guys know, Elizabeth Acevedo is an auto buy for me. I've read all of her books, but this one. And I actually own all of her books, but the only one I don't own is Clap When You Land. Yeah. And there might be one more. But I do know I do not own Clap When You Land. So, yes, but this is also the only one I haven't read. And this is following a family, let's see. The story of one Dominican-American family told through the voices of its women as they await a gathering that will forever change their lives. If you know anything about me, you know that I love stories that have to deal with family connections and just families overall. I'm here for it. I'm loving it. I keep looking over here because my computer is up, but the camera's right here. I'm so sorry. It's been a while. When I record on my other channel, it's just my hands. I'm just talking about money. So I'm out of the groove. But anyways, yes. So I definitely want to pick this up. I know that it's going to give me everything that I need. I'm trying to get into the, the vibes of like family vibes. I'm so excited. So I just really need to pick this up and just continue on with my love for Elizabeth Acevedo and her writing. So, yes. All right, I'm kind of just making my way down. I don't really have a rhyme or reason on. And then I feel like I have to squint like this because my camera is a little tilted. So I'm just going to adjust you really quickly. Okay, that's much better. I think I had it a little bit down because I was like, I'm trying to show off the belly, but I'm 5'2". Oh, and also just to address, yes, I did move my bookshelves again because I needed the room for the baby. So all my books are out here. They're going to be moving again. We're not going to talk about it. Okay, anyways, the next book that I have is The Adventures of Amina Al-Sharafi. This is by Shannon Chakraborty. As you guys know, I love the David Bad trilogy. Whew, I'm out of breath. Let me tell you something. Okay, but anyways, yes, this is about a middle-aged woman who was a pirate, and she is about to basically seize the last quest. And it is full of an adventure, and I am here for it. I loved the David Bad trilogy. I actually bought a exclusive edition. It is beautiful. It's supposed to be here this month. You guys will see that on the channel coming up. But yes, I'm so excited about this book. That's pretty much all I know about it. I know that, again, Books and Lala, Kayla, she read this book. and a few other people have read this book and they've loved it. And so I'm ready to pick up. I'm ready to, if you haven't noticed, I'm reading a lot of books by authors that I love and I know is going to keep me in that high of reading. And I do want to get back into it. And even though I know I'm about to have a baby, and so my time is going to be limited, I still would like to be able to read while I'm off and not just be like sleep deprived. Okay? All right. Okay, so the next book that I have, and I know y'all will be like, Jasmine. Okay, first of all, it's been a while. But this book is thick, okay? And it's A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. I definitely need to finish this because I want to read the second book in Crescent City, which is something. And I don't own the third one yet. But I would really, really, really enjoy getting to this so that I can just know and gush about it. And I know everybody's saying like, oh, what's her name? I'm blanking on her name right now. This is like her redemption arc. And I feel like, not for me, honey. There's no excuses. There's no excuses. But this is obviously the fourth, considering the novella. This is the fourth book in the ACOTAR series, or Court of Thorns and Roses. I don't really know what the name. Does she even have a name for their series? Anyways, yes. So this is the fifth book. If you don't know what ACOTAR is about, it's basically a loosely based, fae-based retelling of Beauty and the Beast. But the first book is literally the only like loose-based retelling. Yeah, essentially this girl ends up killing a wolf in the woods, but that wolf was the best friend of this fae. And so then she basically has to serve the rest of her life at this house, and she goes and lives in this fairy court. There was a war between the humans and the fairies, not anymore. Humans don't really know about fae anymore. I say fairies, but I mean fae. Yada, yada, yada. Some things are happening. Things are getting steamy. And yeah, the series just goes on. And we're ready. We're here for it. Alright, next book that I have is a book that I know is going to wreck me. And I'm here for it. I'm ready for it. I actually have not been very emotional. I've been more on the irritated, angry side of this pregnancy and not necessarily like the crying all the time and like, oh my god, I really want a pickle. And so that I'm crying because I can't have a pickle at 3 a.m. That has not been me. But I just need something like, I need these hormones to show me something, okay? And I know one way to bring that out is to read The Winners by Frederick Bachman, okay? If you didn't know, Frederick Bachman is definitely one of my favorite authors. I have loved every book that I've ever read from him. I think I've given one of them 4 stars, and that was, I'm blanking on the name of it. Anxious People. I really did love Anxious People, and actually I think I gave it about 4.5 stars. It just wasn't fully there for me, but I did love Anxious People. But I have loved Beartown. This is the final, third and final book in the Beartown trilogy. It wasn't really a trilogy. It started off, and then I think he continued to write about it. But I have absolutely loved Beartown. Beartown always destroys me. It always makes me cry. And this is just another one that I know is going to like finish the story for me and finish off those ending like characters that you just want. You want to know the ending of it. You want to know how they finished. And I read like the first page of this a while back, and I instantly got teary-eyed, and I was like, this is it. I need to save this for that time where I'm like, work has been stressful, life has just been going on, and I just need to let out a good cry. This is definitely that book, and I am so ready. I'm ready. Alright, next up, and I'm going to butcher her name, and I am absolutely so sorry, is Where Sleeping Girls Lie. This is by Phaedra Abiki Ayemdi. I'm so sorry. I really am. But I read Ace of Spades by her, and I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. Excuse me. I gave it 5 stars. I loved it. My boyfriend bought me this book. I'm pretty sure he bought it for my boyfriend. He bought it for himself. No, I'm pretty sure he bought this for my birthday. But don't quote me. Again, we just buy each other stuff, so I can't ever really remember. But again, I do not remember when he bought me this book. I just know that he's the one that bought it for me. And that's why I want to say it definitely was my birthday. But this is another thriller, so I love going into thrillers not knowing, but I do know that this was on my most anticipated list for the year. And so I'm finally getting to a book that's on my most anticipated. I can't word. I'm also talking a little bit fast because I need to go pick up my boyfriend. Anyways, yes, okay. But it just says it's like it's like I keep stumbling into a dark room, searching for the switch to things bright, to make things bright again. I also can't read apparently. It's been so long. But yes, I don't know much about this. I know that this cover is absolutely gorgeous, and so I'm here for it, and I can't wait to pick it up. Okay, so I'm about to get ready to complete this pregnancy, and so I definitely want to go into completion with completing a series. And that series for me is The Brain God by R.F. Kuang. This is the third and final book in the Dragon Room. What is it called? I'm blanking. Oh my god. It's right over here. Give me a second. The Poppy War. I was gonna combine titles. The other one is the Dragon Republic, and I was gonna say like the Poppy Republic or something. I don't know. The Poppy War. I loved the Poppy War. I loved the Dragon Republic. And I know a lot of people were irritated with the main character in this book, in this one, or in the second one, but I loved her. And y'all know me. If there's one thing about me, you know I love me a rebellious book, okay? I love me a rebellious main character. I love me a main character that sometimes is stupid, but will clean their act up, okay? Y'all know that. Y'all know that. Y'all should know that about me because one of my favorite series of all time is Red Rising. So, anyways, yes. So, I want to finish this book. I had originally started it. Again, I was in a reading slump, so I never finished it. And I actually can't even remember anything about this or about what I read. And I think I might need to skim like the last 100 pages. I know the grand gist of what happened. Betrayal, essentially. Anyways, I'm going to tell you though. But if you didn't know what the Poppy War is about, it is an adult fantasy, okay? And the reason why I have to preference it as adult is because a lot of people, when Poppy War first came out, everybody was just talking about like, oh, it's just a regular fantasy, and then it was just like too gruesome, and then people were giving it piss poor ratings because they were expecting it not to be as gruesome as it was. It is 100% has historical aspects of it that are gruesome. It's about war. It's about survival. There are so many trigger warnings for this series if you're going into it, and do not go into this book series lightly. And I always preference when I talk about that because, again, too many people will not like it for the things that are happening here. But this book is literally about war. She goes off. Basically, her parents end up, she doesn't really know what happened to her parents. She ends up getting adopted, or not necessarily adopted, but taken in by her aunt. And her aunt is basically like a war, not a war, but like a mobster essentially in this town. And then so she is being trained by this one dude to basically take this fucking test and pass like the hardest test to get into the most prestigious military academy. And she gets in. And so she is trying to be the best of the best because she is looked down on. She is a darker brown Asian woman, and they're looked down upon. Again, this is touching things that happen historically, and I believe it has some of the Chinese history in it, so it's very gruesome about the things that she does in the school, that happens outside of the school, and the series does not get lighter. I'm letting you know that now. It does not get lighter. It gets crazier, and I'm ready to finish this out. All right, another book that is on my most anticipated list. I am so excited. This came in the mail. I pre-ordered this last year, okay? This has been on my TBR for a while, okay? And that is Mirrored Heavens by Rebecca Roanhorse. This is the third and final book in the Black Sun series. I loved this series, okay? Loved it. I loved the first book. I loved the setting. I loved the characters. I loved everything about it. And I read the second one, and I know, again, people didn't really enjoy the second one so much. I really loved it because it dived even more into the political side of it. The first book was, I'm not going to say all action, but the first book was definitely more action than the second book. And so the second book was like you're seeing all the back door plays, and it's like basically like a Game of Thrones of like all the political moves that are happening, and then bam, all the action happens. And I know that this book is about to be all of the action of all the shit that happened in book number 2. Book number 2 is The Mirrored something. No, it's not. No, it's not. Don't listen to me. Fevered Star. Fevered Star. All right. It's been a while, so I've been talking about books, so the names of them have just been going out the window. But, yes. So this is the third and final book. If you don't know what Black Sun is about, it's essentially about this man. It's about 2 main characters. It's about a siren, but overall, the journey is about a man named Serapio. And Serapio essentially has been raised from childhood until now to complete this prophecy. He is basically seen as a god, but he is the prophecy for the crow god. And there are all these different tribes that believe in, or not believe in, but they all have different gods. They all look up to different gods. But he is supposed to come about this prophecy, and you're following his journey and how he meets this woman who is a siren. Zalaya. Why am I blanking on her name? Zalaya? I can't say her name now because I'm basically forgot it. But anyways, yes, she meets this man because she's supposed to be delivering him to the city where the prophecy is going to happen. And you're just following their journey, and then she has some history, some secrets that you don't really know about, and you're uncovering it, and you're seeing this relationship, not romantically, but you're just seeing this relationship happen, and you're seeing a little bit of everything in the first book. And again, like I said, the second book is that political intrigue that, if you like political intrigue, you're going to like the second series, but you're not going to like it that much if you like adventure. But for me, I love it all, okay? So I'm here for it. So I love it, and I'm ready to finish out the series. Again, this is one of my most anticipated books. All right, another book that is my most anticipated read, A Tempest of Tea by Hostel Faisal. If you didn't know, the duology, I'm blanking again. Refreed the Stars. Refreed the Stars was her first debut duology, just debut book in general. I love that series so much. I love the way that it ended. I love the first one. And this is her second, or this is technically her third book. This is a standalone, as much words are hard on this channel. They always have been, and it never will not be. But yes, this is the standalone, I believe. And I actually can't remember what it was about. Because at the end of the day, it's also Faisal, and I'm gonna read it. Okay. I just choked on my own spit because I'm talking too much. Why save the world when you can have tea? That's all I need to know. And first of all, this cover is absolutely gorgeous. Okay? But I know some of these books I'm late to the game, and I know that I don't have a lot of new releases. Again, I haven't been keeping up with books. I've been watching YouTube, and I don't really do booktube on, well, not booktube, but book talk. My feed is not really catered towards book talk, so I don't really see that. I still get a lot of my content of new books and stuff like that from YouTube. And so yes, but the last and final book that I need to read is Children of Virtue and Vengeance by Tomi Adeyemi. This is the second book in the Children of Blood and Bone series. My sister has been begging me to read this book. And then my friend, Ryder, they have been begging me to also read this book so that I can read the third book that just came out. And I'm blanking something. I can't remember the name of the book. I just know that I need to read this book. If you don't know what Children of Blood and Bone is about, it's following this world where there used to be magi, and there is a kingdom that now runs this world, and the kingdom is ran by people that don't have magic, and so they were jealous. There was a huge thing going on where now magic is gone. The magi no longer have their craft, and so then you're following the main character who ends up essentially being sparked to bring magic back. And so she goes on this journey, and you're following 3 main characters, and you're getting those perspectives throughout the book. I really enjoyed the first one. When I first read it, I gave it 5 stars. I read it when it first came out, really enjoyed it, and I just never got to the second one. but I am ready to pick this up. I know a lot of people said that they didn't really enjoy this one, but ultimately, like, I read a lot of books and I enjoy them for what they are, and I don't overthink it. And if it made me feel great, if I loved it, if I had a great experience, I was laughing, crying, having a good fucking time, most of the time I enjoy it. There's not really many books that I do not enjoy. So I probably am also going to love this and probably give it 5 stars. We'll see. I don't know. But yeah, that's it. That's all. I really got to get going. It is past my time. So these are all the books I'm going to be reading for the next, July, August. I'm doing September, by the way. The middle of September. So I have 2.5 months to read 10 books. I think it's feasible, especially because I'm in the mood to read. But I'm not going to say if you want a buddy read, because I'm not that much. Like, I'm back, but I'm not like back. And also, if y'all did know, I was already horrible at buddy reads, so maybe don't ask me to buddy read. But I would like to discuss any of these books. If you read them, which one should I get to them first? I will say the first book I am going to read is the book that I already started, which is The Fallen Throne. That's what it's called. Throne of the Fallen. There we go. I will read that one first, just because I've already started it. All the other ones, I haven't started, or can't remember anything from when I did start it. So yes, I'm in the out here. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. That's not my outro. The outro is, alright, that's all that I have for you guys today. Be sure to check out my description where you can find easy ways to contact me, as well as all the books that I talked about. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if not, just imagine I did and come back again. Until next time, keep imagining.